Mr. Scheer is just making stuff up because he's getting desperate. And we absolutely will not raise the GST. No, not whatsoever, because it's not a progressive tax. What we are going to do is make sure that the richest pay their fair share. We made it very clear. We made it clear we are proposing a super wealth tax. That's a tax on those who've got fortunes of over 20 million. Pretty sure that's no one in this room. But even if it is, we're going to tax you a little bit more. If you have a fortune of over $20 million, yes, we're going to make them contribute more to society. Those at the very, very, very top, not the top even 1%, the top 0.1%, those 2,000 families that have massive wealth, we can actually raise as much as $70 billion with this measure alone. It's a powerful measure to tackle the inequality in our society, and we're proud of that. We are not going to do what Mr. Scheer's talking about. We're going to do what we're talking about, which is making those at the very top contribute more to society.
So there you have it, folks. Andrew Scheer is getting desperate. And in that desperation, he's telling outright huge whopper lies. And one of the biggest of the campaign so far came today when he said that the NDP and Liberals, if they form a coalition, again, there hasn't even been a formal agreement of any coalition, but if they form one, they will unite, they will raise the GST, they're going to raise lower income taxes, they're going to tax people's homes, and all these other things that are just plain lies. There is no confirmation from either party that they plan to do these things. And Jagmeet Singh laid it out very clearly. Andrew Scheer is getting scared. He fears the fact that without a majority, he might not be able to govern if he has the most seats or if he's in second. It doesn't matter. He worries that he will be unable to form a government. So he's trying to scaremonger people to voting for him to give him a majority, because that's the only way he feels right now that he can survive. But Jagmeet Singh was very clear. The NDP is going to raise taxes, but on the very wealthiest. That our key tax platform is a 1% wealth tax on all those households that have $20 million of wealth or more. Now that's a very, very small portion of Canadians. Even rich Canadians, many of them aren't that rich. Even if you make $1 million a year, you might not have $20 million of wealth. It really is a tax on the very, very wealthiest. And it's an important one that the Parliamentary Budget Office estimates will raise $70 billion over the next decade. That's massive amounts of money that we can reinvest into social programs, that we can reinvest into making Canada a more just and equal society. But Scheer doesn't want to talk about our wealth tax. Do you know why? Because it's popular. It's popular with Liberals. It's popular with New Democrats. And it's popular with a majority of Conservatives too. So he lies about taxes that would be unpopular. He lies about a mythical GST tax increase. He lies about mythical tax increases on low-income people. He lies about a mythical tax on homes that isn't being proposed. Look, I'm not a defender of Justin Trudeau. I think his tax plan is too much in favor of the wealthy. It's better than the Conservative plan, but Justin Trudeau is not doing anything to tax capital gains of wealthy people more, or to raise the wealth tax, or to raise corporate taxes, or to significantly raise taxes on the richest people in terms of income. He's not doing anything like that. Singh is. But Singh has been very clear. Regular Canadians already pay enough. It's the wealthiest people who can pay more and should pay more. That's the reality here. And so you have to be very clear with people, because in this last weekend, people might hear Andrew Scheer say this and might believe him. But you need to tell them that this is a lie. It's not a miscommunication. It's not, Scheer speculating. This is a capital L-I-E lie. 100%. He's lying about Trudeau and Singh. He's lying about the Liberals and the NDP. He is lying right now. There is no plan from the Liberals or NDP to do these sorts of things, but from the NDP, there is a credible and popular and pragmatic plan to tax the rich in a way that the Liberals and Conservatives have never dared to tax the rich. Because at the end of the day, the Liberals and Conservatives don't want to tax the rich as effectively as we do. So they ignore the wealth of the wealthiest people. The NDP won't. And the lesson here is that you need to elect as many NDP MPs as possible, because in this minority parliament, if there are more New Democrat MPs, whether we're the biggest party or the second party or the third party, at this point, anything can happen. We will be there to fight for fair taxation on the wealthiest people, on their income and their capital gains, and all those sorts of things. The Liberals alone will not do that. And Andrew Scheer certainly won't do that. He's just going to go around telling lies about other people's tax plans. So the path forward is clear right now. Neither Trudeau nor Scheer can be trusted with a majority. And Scheer fears a progressive coalition because he knows it could be effective. And so he doesn't want a strong NDP holding the balance of power and potentially having influence over the next government. So he's trying to fight that at all costs. So what should we do? We should know that Scheer is scared and keep pushing. He's scared for a reason. He has a reason to be scared because he fights for the very richest, and we're coming at those guys. We're going to come at their wealth. We're going to come at their center of power, and we're going to build a more just and democratic order. We are not going to raise the GST or the lower income tax brackets. That is a lie, 100%.